Struggling with prop firms? Let's go.
Okay, so just literally had news come out a short while ago. Now, obviously, we're going to be looking at some of the break and retest entries that we could have potentially taken. Not obviously for news. Now, it's super important what I'm about to tell you guys, right? People don't understand this. They hear red folder news and they run for the woods, right? And what they don't realize is not all news is bad. I don't care if it's red folder news. Now, and prop firms understand this. I want to make this another thing very clear. By the way, I'll be bringing myself sometimes in and out of the video. I'm just really tired today, but yeah. So I'll be coming inside and just obviously just so that you focus on the charts. Move myself out of the way. Now, the coming back to the news. Now, the thing with news is, let's actually bring one of the tabs in, right? Let's just bring one of the tabs in. Okay. So, look at this. So, what do we have today? On the Wednesday, we had, literally in the UK right now, it's 8:32. So, 7:30 came out. And now normally you'll notice as well from experience and through obviously, a few disasters if you do try to take the news. USD is the one that you want to look out for, whether it's for NFP, CPI, things like that. You want to pay attention to this. Now, some news and what I've seen from my own personal experience over the years, where the news that if I read it out and I was like, I wonder what they do, right? Like it's so when it just seems a bit confusing. It's normally the one that won't cause you any harm. Like, of course, right, the notorious ones, NFP. There's CPI. These ones are the ones where spreads will go insane. And this you can literally plan for the week as well, not just the day, just plan for the week. Like CPI for the Canadian, right, dollar. Core retail sales, I think this wasn't too bad. So even if you look at this on a Tuesday, check it out, it won't be that bad, right? Sometimes what I've seen from my own personal experience and students as well, it just completes the move. Normally, if you take a trade and you aim for like a 1 to 4, 1 to 5, wherever it may be, the news will just come in, as long as it's the healthy one, not the the one that just slay you. Normally it'll be totally fine. Now, what you can do regarding how you can prepare for news, so I may ask, is basically what you want to do is, so example, today spreads weren't too bad when the news came out, and the volume is quite healthy. For my, I personally, when it's that kind of volume, I love it, because it's not like in this case for gold, obviously, it might seem like a huge wick, and it might be like, this is what you want to stay away from. But before this actually happened, it was a huge bullish candle. So anyone who went for a buy, and if you even look over here, this suited our strategy, our setup. Price, respects its support, breaks through, respects its support, and then goes back up, and obviously you can see resistance over here, rejections, goes back up. And at this point, if you took a buy, right, applying the break, I'm going to break this trade down, you made a nice trade, it's going a small time frame. And how you can, so there's different ways, right? Let's go on a much smaller time frame, because I just like to dissect it as much as possible for you guys to understand. So what do we have over here, right? Few patterns. We've got a bullish tweezer pattern. So let's change the color of this first of all. A bullish tweezer pattern. Now, this is a long wick rejection bullish candle, but I don't like it. It's got a wick at the top. Look at this one over here. Much better. Now, obviously, if you took the entry from here, stops below the lowest low of the wicks, previous ones, and obviously it's automatically below the zone. If you took the entry from here, it's below obviously the low of the previous wicks, but it's not below the zone. Super safe is obviously below these wicks as well, and you still would have made a nice, pretty much, how much we're looking at here, 1 to 3. Now, there's some might be like, 1 to 3 is you know, we don't want a 1 to 3. That's not you know, that's not what we want to. And if I look at this, it's not actually a 1 to 3 because it tanked first, right, and then this candle came. So now we've got an opportunity to look at that. So again, you bet this would have been a 1 to 2.5, but you bet this reward would have been down here. Why? Because you would have took it from here and then put it below the wicks. You want to cover your zone. It's very, very important, right? Because none of the candle bodies are breaking the zone. Only wicks are. That's totally fine, but not the candle bodies. This shows an early, clear indication that this zone is well respected. If it's been respected once, twice, third time, very, very likely it will be respected again. Not obviously 100%. There's a lot of people that say, you know, if a zone has been tested so many times, then it's more likely for it to break. I'm one of them people as well. And as you can see over here, this 4th, 6th time we came eventually down. You know, it's just like kicking a door, right? The first time you kick it, you're probably going to break your own foot. But if you was to kick it, like, you know, if you had strong enough legs or whatever, if you was to kick it 10 times, you start doing damage to the door as well as your legs, but you start doing damage to the door as well. It's just like that same. In this case though, there's no damage to the price, only damage to the zones. But yeah, anyways, very, very simple. Now my advice again, for news, how you can utilize is just at the beginning of the week, look at all the news, write it down, how much it affected the market, how much spreads were affected as well. Very, very important. And write it down, as you can always prepare for it. It might obviously take you from a month or two to capture all the news. Record it as well. Record it in your phone. Check the actions of the market and the action of the price when the news comes out. Just want to also give a shout out, obviously, you know, to some of the students that are really performing well. So some like just join. So obviously, link will be in the description if anyone does want to join the Discord community up to about 1,600 members. This is just the elite one-to-one mentorship section. This is just students, you know, just trying, and obviously some you know, just picking up super fast. And if I just go to the public section, it's all about transparency, winning trades, losing trades. It's all in there, guys. That was the elite one-to-one section. This is the obviously the public chat. Computers is lagging, obviously, so I've just seen it there. I've just got it recently to just got it sorted out, so I will be looking to get it sorted out again. Just one more thing left, or maybe just down to, you know, maybe a bit of a shite internet, but I'm just then I do have a lot of tabs open. But anyways, all these, yeah, you know, certificates from students as well, some even like passing for the first time, some even getting payouts for the first time. Why? It's all about simplifying trading. And you know, yes, just acting up right now. It's been doing this for a while, but it just is what it is. Now obviously, you know, this strategy, and I've always been a strong believer of, if it doesn't make sense to you, the strategy, because strategies I even mentioned in my last video, they're like personalities, right? If it doesn't make sense to you, you know, then you, let alone having any belief and any confidence in it, it's just not going to work, right? It's just not going to work for you. If I just bring in also, because I always get asked this question, so I'm just going to bring it in. You know, for those who can't afford the mentorship, even though I've made it very, very affordable for the average person working in 95, you know, this is probably the most affordable course on the internet, with the amount of in exchange for the amount of value you're going to receive. 12 videos, like 20 minutes each. I'm always updating the video, so once you're in there, you know, you never have to make the payment, and you know, videos always get updated, whether it's 50 videos one day. So yeah, and I'm just trying to do is just trying to give a lot of value. You know, obviously nothing in this world comes for free, so but I'm just trying to, you know, if it is anything, so I'm just trying to charge very little. And trust me, it will probably be the best investment you ever made by far, right? And it's proof in the pudding as well, you know. And by all means, if you don't, and you know, because I don't want to be, I'm not a salesperson or anything like that, so by all means, if you any doubt even for a second, you know, you don't have to get anything like that. So because yeah, I'm providing enough value on my videos anyway. This alone, because I'm showing you simply the method that I used to use myself, you know, when before I left my 9 to 5, well, 12 to 12, we should do 12-hour shifts. If I even show you, so you got some like the break and retest, right? is so simple, right? Once, imagine this, once you build your zones, obviously my biggest edge is the way I draw my zones, but once you draw your zones, it's just a game of ping pong. It's either three things are going to happen, right? Either bounce and come down, but I don't trade like that. I don't trade off support, buy off support. I only trade off support if it breaks through the resistance, and then, right? Does that make sense? Vice versa. And it's just a game of ping pong, you know. I don't sell off resistance, you know. It has to break through the support and head, you know, obviously take advantage. It's these areas, excuse me, it's these areas, the you know, where the, to be honest, where the money is, right? It's these areas what's gonna, whether you go for a buy or a sell, that if you actually, especially when you're riding the trend, right? I always, in my videos, if you check them out, put a huge emphasis on the trend. Let's actually break this one down. So we got volume, trend, a little bit of a break in previous highs. You know, we got pretty much a good push towards the upside. So let's go on a small time frame again, and let's see what we can. I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. It's not rocket science. Pretty much long wick projection, bullish engulfing. Can we even break this down even more? Long wick projection, bullish candle, no engulfing on this particular time frame. Let's actually refine this even more. And again, what do you see? Right? So we marked out this long wick projection. Let's put this, change the color of this. But then what happens? I've marked up another zone. This bullish candle closes above. Again, remember when I said you want to mark once the candle prints, always the candle will always retrace a little bit, not 100% all the way down here, but from experience 20 to 30% minimum it does that anyway. Some will just fly off, but then that obviously just shows who's clearly in control. So we've got obviously either below this wick here or below the zone. I've already mentioned which one the better, what's the best case scenario, what you should do. Even from here, I want to free. You play the steady game, you play the patience game, passing problem challenges, trust me. I know I've showed a lot of videos of my on my channel, you know, passing challenges in like 1-2 days, few trades, keeping a good win rate. It's very doable, but obviously you got to build the edge first. I believe in my edge blindly, right? The confidence that it brings for me is crazy, right? Like this is what, look at this, passing phase 1, 0.5% risk, 1 to 15 RR. You know, student on number 4 on the FTMO leaderboard. You know, now I just want to make sure for me very clear, the leaderboard should not be a target, right? It's don't give any wrong messages out there. Just getting payouts and consistently getting small little payouts, healthy payouts, and obviously these smaller percentages on 200k accounts, 100k accounts really build up. That should be the aim. We got this obviously huge nice push towards the upside, and you can pretty much see, like, still simple concept, simple strategy. Excuse me. I figured nothing much to it. Very, very simple. So link will be in the video description. If you ask me, struggling for many years, you're still working, when you want to quit your average 95, join the Discord community, drop me a message. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Take care, and I'm out.